Good afternoon, everyone. This is Aparna Mishra, founder editor Women Shine. Welcomes you all to another Women's Day Facebook Live series, fourth episode. This time we have two women achievers who are educators and have great profiles. Let me start with Debjani first. Debjani Baxipatra is an educator in economics for the past 30 years. She has taught in various universities such as Berhampur University, Odisha, University of Delhi, and Jamia Millia Islamia University. Her areas of specialization are development economics, tribal demography, women and economic issues. She has written and published papers on various development issues in leading journals and newspapers. She is currently associated with the AJK Mass Communication Research Center, JMI. Besides academics, Debjani is a passionate social worker and an admirer of the Hindustani classical arts and a keen traveler. Welcome, Debjani. Our next
Thank you.
speaker is Dr. Vishnu Priya Pandey, media educator, IIMC, New Delhi. She is recipient of Dr. Sarojini Naidu International Award as a multifaceted media educator by International Women's Film Forum, Asian Academy of Arts, and International Chamber of Media and Entertainment Industry. Dr. Vishnu Priya Pandey is a NET qualified and a PhD from Jamia Millia Islamia. She has 7 master's degree in the subjects related to media and communication. She possesses the merit of winning 35 awards and testimonials in the field of communication, literature, social service, Indian classical music, dance and culture, with 16 research paper presentations, 35 publications, and 7 FDPs. Welcome, ladies. You have amazing profile, but one thing which is really common, that the interest of classical music. Love it. So I would request Rini to please take the discussion forward.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
for such a beautiful introduction.
So first
Thank
of
you.
all,
Thank
wishing you
you.
both a very happy Women's Week. And thank you so much for joining us today. It is going to be a lovely discussion with so many feathers already in your cap. So I would like to begin with some common questions. So this question is for both of you. What has been the most rewarding aspect of your academic career so fast so far? So I will like to start from Debjani, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Rini. Good afternoon, everybody. In fact, it is a great pleasure to be with you all. As a teacher, I'm teaching since last 30 years. Positive. It is always very interesting and very good to teach the students, to make them good citizens, to make them good human beings, to help them to build their career. You know, and the most interesting and what I like the most is now, because of a long association, being a teacher, there are so many students who are passed out, and when they get back to you, till date, when they get back, they are posted in various high profile jobs, they are doing well for themselves, they're good human beings. If you are able to create good human being, that is the most important job of a teacher. And when they get back to you and they refer to you what I have done, I have told them in the class, how passionate they become to read economics because I was a economics teacher. That really helps you to cheer up yourself and to continue being a good teacher.
That's true. That's true. And what would you like to say, Vishnupriya, ma'am?
See, first of all, a big hello to all the viewers who are watching this Facebook Live. And happy Women's Week. And thank you, Women Shine, for having me here. Now, let me answer your question. See, I have been teaching for more than 15 years, and I feel about my profession that I have been just shaping minds, personalities, and lives of the Indian youth. In fact, this way, I'm contributing in the building of my nation. तो मैं ज़रूर ये कहूँगी कि ऐसा नहीं है कि हम सिर्फ पढ़ाते हैं और स्टूडेंट्स पढ़ते हैं। सच तो ये है कि हम उनकी सोच, उनके व्यक्तित्व और उनके जीवन को गढ़ते हैं। So this
That
is the most important reward which I get from my profession, Rini.
very well said. Very well said. So, like, question to both of you: when did you decide that you wanted to be a teacher? Like, why did you choose this field? Out of all the fields open to you.
Yeah.
Debjani ma'am? Yeah.
Actually, I never decided to be a teacher. As I finished my post graduation, I was doing my MPhil. No, there I was given a chance to teach my. I went to my college. I was given a chance to teach the postgraduate and undergraduate students, and I was very young, maybe 1 or 2 years senior to them. So that's how I went there. It was very tough, very challenging, because to make yourself comfortable to teach the younger mass, though it was very interesting, it was at the same time it was very challenging. But in between these 2 3 months, when I got good response, good feedback, that they felt interested in the class, I thought that I can be a good teacher. So maybe once I became a teacher, then I decided that, oh, okay, I will be a teacher. I was already into that profession. That's
Yeah.
how I never decided to be a teacher, but
It happened.
it happened. And after being a teacher, I decided to be a teacher. That can
Yes.
be.
Vishnu Priya ma'am, what do you have to say?
Yeah, what Debjani ma'am is telling is absolutely right, and it happens. You must have heard that teaching is mother of all the professions. In fact, teachers are awakeners. The beauty of this profession is that we want to train our students in such a way that gradually we are not important, we are not required. Progressively they are becoming so like knowledgeable that we are unnecessary. Like, this is the beauty of the profession. Let me reveal one very important and very interesting thing, that teaching was not my decision, it is my attitude and it is my passion. Whenever I am with my students, I'm a totally different person. Suddenly I become magical. My students say this, and of course I relish this. अभी तुरंत कुछ मैं लिख रही थी, तो मैंने लिखा, मैं जरूर आपको बताना चाहूंगी एक बार यहाँ पढ़ के, जो दर्शक हमें देख रहे हैं, कि मैं एक टीचर हूँ और हमेशा ये सोचती हूँ कि हम पढ़ाते क्यों हैं, सिखाते क्यों नहीं। हम जिन बच्चों को पढ़ाते हैं उनके मन की तह में जाते क्यों नहीं, वे अपने आप में अनूठे और खास हैं, हम उन्हें ये बात बताते क्यों नहीं। तो ये जो एक अंदर मन में एक कुलबुलाहट थी, आप कहें, ये जो मन के अंदर ये एक एक तरह से आप कहें कि आपके अंदर एक उद्विग्नता होती है कि किस तरह आप पहुंचे उन लोगों तक, उन बच्चों तक जिनको आपकी जरूरत है। तो ऐसा अपने आप होता गया, एंड दिस प्रोफेशन हैज चोजन मी, व्हाट आई फील, रिनी।
Yes, that's great. That is great. So next question will be, what do you think is the role of a female teacher in a student's life, like compared to male teachers? What do you think is that extra that a female teacher can give to a student? Debjani ma'am.
अच्छा, ओके। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, विष्णु प्रिया जी, आपका पोएम बहुत ही अच्छा है, बहुत ही खूबसूरत है।
शुक्रिया, थैंक
I
यू
am
मैम।
not a writer and I write economically, economics teacher writes economically. But your poetry is really interesting, and it's magical, really. And
थैंक यू
for
वेरी मच।
that, again, Rini, and that you asked, being a female teacher, I don't think there should be any distinction between a female teacher or a male teacher. Teacher is a teacher. It's an attitude. Teachers, basically, they bring up good human beings. That is their first priority is, and attitude of a teacher is not we can't distinguish sex wise, whether it is a female or male. Maybe you can say constitution, bodily constitution, female is more tender or something. But it has to be the attitude and the compassion, and maybe the love for the subject, maybe the love for the teacher, because it is a learning process. When you accept that, yes, I am learning something from my students, and I am being with them, I am becoming younger with the crowd, because I am associated with the younger crowd. I learn so much from them. That makes a teacher. It's not a female or a male. That's what I think. Because today I can't say that, male teacher cannot be a good teacher, or as a female I can be a good teacher. I don't distinguish that. It has to be the attitude of a teacher. And teaching is different. You
Yeah.
are building the human resource. You're
True.
building a skilled person. So that has to be the attitude.
Right. True. Uh,
I
Vishnu Priya,
think.
ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, I agree with Professor Devjani, what she's telling, that, we cannot differentiate, on the basis of gender. But one thing I want to just, confess here, tell here, that I have read somewhere that it was a Hindi quote by Premchand. आप लोग सभी जानते हैं कितने बड़े लेखक थे, वो कितने बड़े कहानीकार थे, कितने बड़े उपन्यासकार थे. तो उन्होंने लिखा था कि जब किसी पुरुष में ज्यादा मानवीय गुण आ जाते हैं तो वो स्त्री स्वरूप हो जाता है, स्त्रैण हो जाता है. ये मैंने कहीं पढ़ा था जब मैं छोटी थी. और ये जरूर है कि जो मानवीय गुण, व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट ह्यूमन क्वालिटीज, when we talk about patience, when we talk about sacrifice, when we talk about love, selfless love, पहले माँ तो आती ही है. देखिए, ये आप पुरुषों से भी पूछेंगे तो वो पहले माँ का नाम लेंगे, माँ के बारे में बताएंगे. तो ये जरूर है कि जो हम टीचिंग करते हैं, जब हम हमें बिल्कुल उस गार्जियन के रोल में, उस पेरेंट के रोल में होना होता है. हम बच्चे, जो भी बच्चे को या एडोलेसेंट को या किसी यंग एज के बच्चे को पढ़ाते हैं, अभी तो हम लोग ऑफिसर्स को यहाँ ट्रेनिंग दे रहे हैं, आईएमसी की अगर हम बात करें, तो हर जगह हमें ये देखना पड़ता है कि हम बिल्कुल सेल्फलेस होकर अपने सारे ज्ञान को उन्हें बांटें. कहीं भी कुछ छुपाना नहीं है. हमें अगर वो यहाँ है, उनको खींच के अपने लेवल तक यहाँ लाना है, और कहीं ना कहीं उनको ऐसा एक दृष्टिकोण देना है. वी हैव टू गिव देम सच अ डायरेक्शन सो दैट दे कैन इवन सरपास अस, हमसे भी वो ऊपर चले जाएं उस नॉलेज में. ये हर टीचर चाहता है. तो हाँ, अगर आप इस तरह से देखें टीचर की भूमिका को, तो एक फीमेल टीचर may be more fruitful.
Okay.
What I feel.
That's right. That's right. So my next question would be to you, Debjani ma'am. What other areas of work are you involved in? Like Aparna ma'am just mentioned in social work and everything. So would you like to tell us what else do you do other than being a teacher?
Okay. Actually, I am into service, social service, and I think that is from my childhood. As my father was a social worker, and I was born and brought up seeing the selfless service for the unprivileged, for the downtrodden. I was born up with that. So that was there, that is there in between. And today's situation says that we need to do service for others, and that is a must.
Right. Hello. Has the connection? Is there some connection issue? I guess. Vishnu Priya ma'am, I would like to ask you the next question. I think there is some connection problem from
No,
ma'am.
I can hear you. You are
Yeah.
audible to me.
Yeah. So would you like to tell us something about the personality development classes that you take, and how did it started? Like, how did you venture into this area?
Yeah. See, I am from Bihar. I grew up seeing people preparing for IITs, IIS, and other competitive examinations. I
Right.
came across many intelligent people. They were good at their subjects, but as far as their communication skills and personality traits are concerned, I found them weak. And that's why I started helping them. As my father was an advocate, he was a very good at communication skills. My mother is an excellent speaker, and that's why communication is in my blood. And
Yeah.
when I came to Delhi, I found that this problem is not only limited to Bihar. People are here also, people are struggling with this. They want to be a good communicator. There's a difference between, you must have seen the difference between India and Bharat. तो इन दोनों
That's
के
true.
बीच जो ये डिफरेंस है ना, ये एक अच्छे संचार कौशल से ही खत्म हो सकता है. मीन्स वी हैव टू just take care of communication skills, personality development, apart from the subjects, whatever all the students are studying. तो हमें उससे अलग होकर पर्सनालिटी की बात करनी पड़ती है, पीपल्स स्किल की बात करनी पड़ती है, ताकि वो कैसे लोगों के बीच कैसे बिहेव करते हैं. इसके लिए लाइक इट इज माय इंटरेस्ट एरिया आल्सो. आई believe in, though I'm a teacher, I teach my subject, but I believe in reading my students minds, their
Giving
personalities. you know तो
giving them
ये
what extra they need. Basically, giving them what they're lacking in whatever field that is. You don't
yes.
like the
So till now
lacking.
I have trained more than 15,000 professionals, government officers, even homemakers.
That is that is like great, incredible. I guess this is
Thank
just
you, really.
that is great. And you have been teaching music from past 15 years, so that is like a different field altogether. So
Yeah.
like what else do you do, like what sort of music classes do you take, and what do you think is the holistic development that happens with personality development in music, and how does it impact a student or a person in their overall development?
Yeah. So your question is that the answer is already hidden in your question, whatever you asked, Rini. And you understand, and we all better understand that what music, does with all of us. So here, I must say that all the sounds when they are in harmony and rhythm, it is called music, and it has capacity to harmonize our inner and outer energy. So as I have done 7 masters, out of which 3 in music, 3 in media, and I have done 1 MBA, and my PhD is in mass communication. I have been teaching Kathak for 15 years, and I am honorary director of Kathak Kendra Noida. And as we all know that dance is a hidden, we all have somewhere or the other, we must have read that dance is a hidden language of our soul. तो वो
That's
ना आपको आपकी आत्मा से जोड़ता है, म्यूजिक आपको आपकी आत्मा से जोड़ता है. तो क्या होता है कि आजकल के बच्चे, खासकर मैं बात करूं टीनेजर्स की, तो वो अपने आप से कटते जा रहे हैं. यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड अबाउट डिप्रेशन, यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड अबाउट एंग्जाइटी. दीज आर द प्रॉब्लम्स. सो they are not accepting themselves, they are not accepting their personalities, they are alone because they are not comfortable with themselves. आप कब अलोन
right.
होते हो, आप कब लोनली फील करते हो? जब आपको अपनी कंपनी अच्छी नहीं लगती, आप खुद
True.
के संगत को आप जब अच्छा नहीं महसूस करते हो उसमें, तब आप ऐसा फील करते हो. एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई वांट माय स्टूडेंट्स टू फील गुड व्हेन दे आर विद देमसेल्व्स. जब आप खुद के साथ हो तो रिलिश करो, एंजॉय करो उस वक्त को. और इसके लिए म्यूजिक बहुत जरूरी है. म्यूजिक हर तरह के डिप्रेशन से, हर तरह की एंग्जाइटी से आज के यूथ को निकालने में सक्षम है. इट इज केपेबल ऑफ डूइंग दिस. दैट्स व्हाई इट, एज यू ऑलरेडी टोल्ड, दैट इट इज बेस ऑफ द होलिस्टिक पर्सनालिटी. ये आपको एक रिदम देता है, आपकी एनर्जी को एक हार्मनी देता है, आपको आपसे खुद से जोड़ता है, जिससे कि आप फिर समाज से जुड़ने के काबिल हो जाते हैं. आपको अपने परिवार से, समाज से, सबसे जुड़ने के लिए सबसे पहली बात है कि खुद से जुड़ना पड़ेगा, जो म्यूजिक
Right.
करता है, जो डांस करता है.
That's right. That's right. So,
That's very
yeah. So getting back to Debjani ma'am, as you were telling me, so what other, like, I would like to state the question again. What other areas of work are you involved in? So we would like to
yeah.
know about that.
Yeah. I am into the social, spiritual organization which does all sorts of social services, mostly the service activities. Um, um, there we do medical seva, like we have the mobile van. I connect them there, I join them in the seva, giving medicines, telemedical facilities. Then we distribute needy people variety of things, it's not one. And give teaching them free teaching to the slum dwellers, their children, the mostly because the area, the organization does various activities. It is Satyasai Seva organization where I am associated with since long. There mostly it is the seva activities, and seva service, it has become the basic thing now. Without service, without serving others, I cannot serve myself. which this recent pandemic has taught us, you know. And so the last pandemic, 2021 pandemic was so very severe. And families, if there are 6 to 8 members in the family, everybody was sick. So to reach out to them with the cooking food from the breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything we were surviving, we were cooking at home. It was a group. We were cooking at home, and we were sending some particular person. We were involving somebody so that the person takes the cooking food like dabbas, cooking food,
Yes.
reach out to them at their doorstep so that at least they get, because that was the time they needed the good food to recover themselves and to strengthen themselves. It was the basic, what was the food, so we could organize. It was continuously, we did so for 3 4 months, and that was recently, and providing them with the medicines, providing them with the oxygen cylinder, so many things. That was, I am always associated with that. And basically teaching the children from the slum areas. So we have the Sunday teaching, and providing them and making them, help them making good citizens, I can say, at least to facilitate them whatever the basic ideas I have, means I have, to facilitate them that, so that they are grown up, they become
Some
self-sufficient.
better, yeah, good
Teach,
citizen.
basically self-sufficiency is very important, to
Yes.
train them, to
Independence.
instill them in कुछ ना कुछ, maybe spoken English हो गया, teaching them economics in the 10th and 12th exams, helping them out, decide, make them help decide what to do and what not to do, all these things. That is basically the social service, and that is ingrained with me maybe from my childhood. So
Right.
I'm trying to do, we can do a lot more, but still I'm trying to do with all my other
Also,
activities.
yes, that's right. That's right. So, you being an economics professor, can you elaborate how education can help in the development of a country and what needs to be done? What more needs to be done in this area?
Yeah. No, education is the necessity for any developing nation. Education brings two things. One is your skill, one is your human aspect. Make a good human. No,
Right.
when I'm talking about economics, and economics definitely, the any social science which is very much required, and economics, I don't have to describe what is the subject
Right.
is all about. It
Yes.
teaches, this particular subject teaches you to be a good human resource, and that
Right.
human resource is capable of building the nation, until and unless we utilize the human resource, the developed nation can never be developed.
That's
Okay,
right.
so basically we have to create good human resource, and that is the responsibility of a teacher, good teacher,
Good
first
team.
thing. Second is to make them interested in a particular subject, to allow them to decide what they want to do in the future, that also. And for a subject like economics, it is always there that you have the capability, you have the mindset, capability approach in our subject, which says that yes, I am capable of doing that. Okay, that is one. Second is education teaches you to be a good human being, how to
Yes.
decide, distinguish between good and bad,
Right.
what is good for me, what is bad for me, because the knowledge is ample now, it is very very vast, it is vivid. So in within that knowledge, which is good for them, which is bad for them, if you are capable of deciding that, then it is always good that you become a good teacher, or you make a good citizen for the country, which is an asset.
Right.
Okay, definitely. Without being a good, educated citizen, no country can think of development.
That's right. That exists of it. So, a very common question to both of you, both being female teachers, how do you juggle between work and family, both being a full-time job? Vishnu Priya ma'am, I would like to start with you on this.
See, the point is that whenever I discuss things with my husband at my home, he tells कि तुम यहाँ भी teacher ही. So the point is, once you are teacher, everywhere you are teacher. I teach my son whenever I talk to my cook, whenever I talk to my gardener, every time they feel कि कोई ना उनसे टीचर बात कर रहा है, because टीचर की एक पर्सनैलिटी हो जाती है, and the teacher is teacher every time. So
Right.
yes, it is difficult to manage household things. You need domestic help, you need these things. But I must say that family plays a significant role here. So your husband must be supportive, your kids must be supportive, and yes, I'm very much fortunate in this regard. My family is very much supportive, and with the help of family, I don't feel that I don't feel any kind of guilt that I haven't given time to my family, I haven't given. So all are just like supporting me. All my family members are supporting me, so it is good. And when you are like this, even your society supports you. Yeah, I'm working, and it is not only for teaching, for every working woman. If like you will talk to any working woman, you are also a working woman. Professor Devjani is here. So what I want to tell, that your neighborhood, your आपने क्या कभी अपनी चाबी अपने पड़ोस में नहीं दी होगी, जरूर दी होगी. तो ये होता है ना कि हम लॉक करके घर जा रहे हैं, चाबी दे दी. तो हर किसी का एक सपोर्ट होता है आपके पूरे ग्रोथ में. तो दैट आई फेल्ट, आई हैव बीन एक्सपीरियंसिंग इट, दिस ब्यूटीफुल कोरिलेशन बिटवीन एवरीथिंग. और हाँ,
Work.
थोड़ा अलर्ट तो रहना पड़ता है एज अ वर्किंग वुमेन. आप नहीं चाहते कि आपकी फैमिली कहीं से भी सफर करे, so you need to be a little extra vigilant,
Right.
what I feel.
That is true. So, what do you have to say, Devjani ma'am?
Yeah, really, here, what Professor Pandey has already said. Just I have to add on something here, is that it's very sad that it is this type of question is asked only to the women. Okay, it
Yeah.
is
Right.
never asked to the men.
Yeah. That.
Why, they think that for even in the richest families, even in the educated families, or maybe in a tribal family, you always see that the role of the women is associated with only the domestic work. The household activities, it has to be taken care of by the female. That is how the no. But as Dr. Pandey has mentioned, it is always the cooperation of the family. It is whether it is the husband, whether it is the wife, it is the cooperation of everybody that makes you better in your profession. And but for me, being a mother, and being a mother to a young girl, which helped me a lot to be a teacher, because I could know her mindset, that yes, this is the young mind which wants this, a particular aspect. And that I could correlate with my students in the college, because basically I am teaching higher education. So that as I grow with my daughter, that helped me a lot to be
Yeah.
a good teacher, because I could know the mindset of her and I could apply there. And at the same time, when I'm associating with myself as a teacher in the college, I could know what is the problem of the student, which I can relate it at home with my daughter. So that becomes, it is a mutual feeding to for each other. Being a
Yeah.
maybe
Two-way
I help
communication.
my motherhood to grow, and at the same time my teacherhood to grow. So that always compensates both. I can say that, and it is challenging, but it is very interesting if you are a passionate individual for anything and everything, that goes very well. That gels very well. But you
Yeah,
have to be
wonderful.
alert all the time. That's
That's
all.
So, coming towards the end, as Vishnu Priya ma'am is a poet, so I would like you to narrate a few lines on this Women's Day week that we are celebrating.
Oh, so see, I wrote this poem years back, but it is still relevant. मैंने औरतों के ऊपर अपने खुद के ऊपर महिलाओं के ऊपर लिखा था और ये आज भी उतना ही प्रासंगिक है कि पिता का गुरूर हूँ, माँ की आंखों का नूर हूँ, प्यारी सी बहना हूँ, घर का मैं गहना हूँ, आप सबकी फिक्र करती हूँ, अपनी हर दुआ में सबका जिक्र करती हूँ, मन मेरा कोमल है, दिल है मासूम, हूँ घर की मैं रौनक है सबको मालूम, फिर मेरे जन्म की खबर क्यों मेरे पिता को उदास कर देती है, क्यों क्यों एक अनजानी सी चिंता मेरी माँ के आंखों में झलकती है, खुलकर मत बोलो, ज्यादा मत हंसो, अपनी हर सोच को तोलो, क्यों लड़की होने का बोझ मैं बचपन से उठाती हूँ और जवानी आते आते बेहद थक जाती। तो जिंदगी हर मोड़ पर करती है एक सवाल, घर की लाज या समाज, इसे सबका है ख्याल, टूटती नहीं है ना ये बिखरती है, गिरती है उठती है फिर ये संभलती है, हम सब हिस्सा हैं उस आधुनिक समाज का जो पैरवी करता है बंधन के हर रिवाज का। तो आओ आओ मिलकर उन बंधनों को तोड़ें, खुद का हाथ थामे और खुद से ये बोले, नारी तुम स्वतंत्र हो, शक्ति का मंत्र हो, जीने की आस हो, सबका विश्वास हो, तुम आन बान शान हो पर पहले इंसान हो, खुशियां बांटने के लिए जितने चाहे गम पियो, पर जिंदगी एक है इसे खुल के जियो, खुल के जियो, खुल के जियो।
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
He's so encouraging and empowering, I would say.
Very nice.
Thank you for calling me. Thank you,
Thank you
Women
so much.
Shine.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pandey and Debjani ma'am. It was wonderful listening to you. And the poem is actually your icing on the cake. It was wonderful, very inspiring, and very motivating at the same time. So thank you so much for your time. I know you all are busy in your offices right now. So thank you so much again, and thank you, Rini. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Thank you, Women Shine. Thank you.
Thank
very
you so
much.
much. Thanks for calling. Let the women shine, really shine. That's
Yes.
Of course, of course.
Thank you. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you.